Welcome everybody. Today we are doing an ab and glute Pilates workout. Get ready to work those muscles, grab your mat and let's get started. So we're going to start with your armchair stretch, and this stretches the upper back. So sitting up nice and tall on your sit bones, we're going to interlace your arms underneath your legs. You can either grab onto the wrists or a little bit higher if you have that reach. Just going to sit up nice and tall and then round your upper back. So inhale T-zone, exhale, just gently rounding the upper back, trying to keep those shoulders pulling down. That's it, keep those shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in. Good. Are you feeling that nice stretch through the shoulder blades? Rounding the upper back, but try not to dump into the lower back. You want to keep that lower back in neutral and lifted. Good. Shoulders back and down, chin tucked in, and just gently rounding the upper back. Inhale, T-zone, exhale. See if you can stretch a little further. Beautiful. And if you don't know what I mean by your T-zone, please refer to my Pilates Basics video, which will be linked below. Beautiful. All right, gently rolling down. We are going to stretch out your glutes. So crossing one ankle across the opposite thigh. Just going to reach those hands through and grab the back of the leg, drawing the legs towards you. Now I like to flex this foot back because it protects your knees. And you want to remember to keep your hips nice and square on the mat and the tailbone on the mat also, so your back stays in neutral. Shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in. That's it. Inhale T-zone, exhale. See if you can stretch into it a little bit more. Like I always remind you, remember, just gently stretch the muscles. You're not forcing, you're just letting the muscles relax into the stretch. Beautiful. And swapping sides, crossing that ankle across, flex the foot back, and then drawing those legs towards you. Keeping your back in neutral so the tailbone stays on the ground. Keeping the shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in. That's it, feeling a nice gentle stretch through your glutes. Lovely. Let's give those hamstrings a little stretch also. So just gently drawing that leg up and then towards you, stretching down the back of the leg. If it feels good, you might want to do a little bit of flossing. Just gently pointing and flexing that foot. Beautiful. And swapping sides. Remember to keep the hips nice and square on the mat, tailbone also on the mat, to keep that back in neutral. Now, like I always remind you, please don't work through any back, neck, hip, or joint pain or discomfort today. Really listen to your body. If you're feeling any pain or discomfort, please stop that exercise. Listen to my cues, reset your form. If you're still feeling pain or discomfort, just skip that exercise for today. Come back to an easy one or wait for us for the next one. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to start with your lift foot and extend. So just laying on your back in a neutral spine, feet hip width apart. I'm going to lift one leg into tabletop and then extend the leg out. Then bring it back to tabletop and then lower it back to the floor. Good, just warming up your core. So remember, when the leg is in tabletop, the knee and the hip is at 90 degrees. So your knee is sitting directly above your hip. And keep that back in neutral so the hips are not rocking all over the place. The back definitely is not arching. So really keep that T-zone tight. Keep scooping out the belly. Now to make this harder, your leg can go lower and further. To make it easier, you can go higher and not out as far. Beautiful. One more each side. So it's an inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Beautiful. All right, interlacing those hands behind your head. We're going into your abdominal curl. So have your head resting gently into your hands Shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in and elbows wide. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, you're going to curl the body up, drawing the ribs to hips. Inhale to come back down. Excellent. Keep that going. Exhale, use your core to draw your ribs to your hip bones, keeping that back in neutral. Really good. Keep it going. Exhale, inhale. Again, we're just warming up the core. Good. Scooping the belly, keeping those shoulders pulling back and down. To make it harder, you can curl up higher. Really trying to get those shoulder blades off the ground. But just remember, you don't want the hips to be rocking, and you want to keep those shoulders back and down. And you want to be using your abdominals, not those arms. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to come back down. Lovely. This time we're going across the body. So right rib cage to left hip bone and then come back down. Then we go the other way. Left rib cage to right hip bone. Come back down. Good. Really scoop the belly. Keep the T-zone tight. Keep those shoulders pulling back and down, elbows wide. And really control the movement, using your core to come on up. Lovely. We got one more each side. Lovely. We're going to add on and add that lift foot in with the oblique curl. So as you come up with the oblique curl, you're going to lift that opposite leg, that leg that you're going towards, into tabletop. Good. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to control back down. Good. Excellent. And remember, like I always remind you, please take the rest whenever you need today. A 2, 3, 5 second rest can really give you the rest you need to come back stronger and with good form. Excellent. Keeping that back in neutral. And last one. Lovely. All right, bringing those arms out to the side. We're going into some pendulums. So imprint your spine. So T-zone tight. Bring those legs up into tabletop. We're going to squeeze those legs together. Inhale, T-zone. We're going to lower the legs out to the side, really keeping your ribs to hips so your back doesn't arch. Keeping the knees pinned together, keeping the shoulder blades on the mat. Exhale to come back to that starting position. Inhale to rotate over to the side, only as far as you can, maintaining that neutral spine, ribs to hips, and shoulders on the mat. Good. Inhale to rotate over. Exhale to come back to center, keeping those knees really pinned together, keeping the shoulders back and down on the mat, and keeping the arms relaxed. So you're not using your arms to push yourself up, you're using your abdominals to pull yourself up. Good. Inhale to go over. Exhale to come back to center. Good. Inhale to go over. Exhale to come back. You can make it harder by rotating further. Just make sure you're keeping the form. Good. If you're ready to add on, we're going to extend that top leg. So extend it as you're out, then keep that shape as you come back to center. Then both legs back to tabletop. Inhale to go over. Exhale to extend the top leg. Keep that shape, come back to center, and then legs in tabletop. Really good. Keep it going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Let's go 3 more. Inhale. Keep the rib to hip connection. Keep those shoulders pulling back and down. It's really important to work through rotation, but you want to do it correctly. Well done. All right, keeping those legs in tabletop. We're going to go back to your abdominal curls. Sorry, this time with your hands above your chest, palms facing your knees, shoulders pulling back and down. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, you're going to curl the body up, scooping the T-zone, shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in. Inhale to come back to that starting position. Excellent. Keep that going. Exhale to curl up, shoulders back and down. Inhale to come back to the starting position. Keep it going. Lovely. If you're ready to add on, you're going to extend those legs. So we're doing hundreds preparation. Squeeze the legs together, really lengthen through the legs, lengthen through the arms, shoulders pulling back and down. Good. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to come back to center. And you're really trying to curl the body up high. As long as you're keeping the tailbone on the mat, you're not rounding and lifting the bottom off the mat. Keeping that spine imprinted. Keeping those shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in. Good. Lovely. Are you feeling the core? Keep scooping the belly. Keep that T-zone tight. Awesome work. All right, going into nutcracker, I'm going to start with the easier option with your legs in tabletop. So you can cross one hand over the other. You're going to exhale, curl the body up, widen those knees and stretch the hands through those knees. Inhale to come back to the starting position. Exhale, curl the body up. Scoop the T-zone. Shoulders pulling back and down. Really try to curl the body up, getting those shoulder blades off the mat. This will also help if there's any tension through your neck. If there is tension through the neck, you can also support your head with one hand. Good. If you're ready to add on, the legs extend as you come up. Not too wide, but extending those legs, keeping the T-zone flat. Beautiful. Keep those knees above your hips when they're in tabletop. Don't want them coming in. That is called cheating. Exhale to curl the body up. Just make sure your back is not arching. Your tailbone stays on the mat. You have 3. You have 2. You have 1. Well done. Hug those knees out. We have one more exercise in this position, and that is now going to be your crisscross with your legs in tabletop. So legs in tabletop, hip distance apart, bringing those hands back behind your head, elbows wide, shoulders pulling back and down. We're going to curl the body up, oblique twist, and you're going to extend that opposite leg out. Remember, higher and not out as far to make it easier. Lower and further to make it harder. Good. Really scoop that T-zone, ribs to hips so you're not arching through your back. Good. We're not here for long. Good. Make sure your back is not arching. The ribs to hips is working really hard. Keep scooping that T-zone. Elbows stay wide. Shoulders back and down. Good. You got 5. You got 4. You got 3. 2. And 1. Well done, hugging those knees in. You can give your back a little massage by rocking side to side. Lovely. All right, gently rolling it up. We are going into some glute work. So we're going to start off with your clams on your elbows. Now, please mind any tension through the neck. We can lay all the way down with your head resting on your hands. Just remember, hips are stacked, shoulders pulling back and down, and you want a neutral spine. Otherwise, elbow is under your shoulders. Again, neutral spine, stack the hips, and keep both of the sides of the waist even so you're not sagging. Push that top hip away. I'm going to squeeze those glutes and do your clamp. Exhale to open, inhale to relax it down. Squeeze those heels together, squeeze those glutes. Really good. Exhale to open, inhale to release back down. Good. Really firing up these outer glutes. Really good. The sun is bright today. Good. Exhale to open. Squeeze those heels together. Squeeze those glutes. And inhale to release. Exhale to open. Inhale to release. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Just working these outer glutes. Firing them up. Really good. One more. Lovely. Coming into your 90-degree clam now. So legs are at 90 degrees and we're going to continue on. Good. Exhale to open. Inhale to come back down. Really firing up these outer glutes. If you're not feeling it, really squeeze your glutes, squeeze the heels together. Otherwise, you can also lay all the way down. You'll find this helps with the glute activation. Exhale to open. Inhale to control, back down. Exhale to open. Inhale to control. Otherwise, if you're up on the elbows with me, push that top hip away, squeeze the glutes. Exhale to open. Inhale to release. Good. Shoulders pulling back and down, chin tucked in. Lovely. All right, we're going to lay all the way down now. This time, your legs are going to come out at a roughly 45-degree angle. Toes are pointed. Now we're going to turn that top leg up slightly. We're going to inhale T-zone and lift the top leg in line with the bottom. Flexible foot back, exhale to lower. Good, keep it going. Inhale to lift, squeezing this outer glute. Exhale, flex the foot and lower. Good. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Good. Really working the outer glute. If you're struggling to balance, you can also bend that bottom leg, no problems. Give you a bit more stability. You can also bring that top leg further back if you're finding it hard to activate your glutes, or if there's any tension through the hip, this will help. Good. Otherwise, inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Are you feeling these outer glutes? There should be no pain or discomfort through the front of the leg. If there is, please go through and do the little alterations that I did give you. Good. 2 to go. Lovely. Were you feeling those glutes? All right, adding on, we're going into your side kick fronts. So this time we're going to flex the feet back. Inhale T-zone, lift the leg hip height. Going to sweep the leg forward twice. Point the toe, sweep it back. Good. Remember, there should be no movement through the hips or spine. You really want to lock in the T-zone and keep the hips nice and still. Nothing should move but that top leg. Good. So inhale forward, exhale to sweep it back. Inhale forward, exhale to sweep it back. You got 3. Shoulders back and down. 2. And 1. And lower that leg down. Well done. Are you feeling here? All right, coming into your all fours, continuing working this glute. Hands are under your shoulders, knees under the hips. Just remember keeping most of the weight through your knees and off your hand. Remember to lift the upper spine so you're in a nice long neutral spine and not sagging. Good. We're going to hover this knee, flex the foot back, and then squeeze that leg up, donkey kicks. Really firing up this glute. You're also working the stabilizing glute. So keep those hips nice and square. Keep the T-zone pulled in nice and tight. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Now it's really important to keep the rib to hip connection. So as that leg lifts, you're not arching the back like this. You want to really keep that neutral spine so there's no moving or arching through your back. Good. Keep the weight through that back knee. Good. Shoulders pulling back and down. When the knee comes back, it's just hovering off the mat. You know if it's lifting higher, your hips are swaying off to the side. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Lovely. We got 2 more. We got 1. Now you're going to come up and hold. Tiny little pulses at the top. Good. Aiming that heel going straight up to the sky. Good. Squeezing the glutes, keeping the rib to hip connection so the back is not arching. Good. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower back down. Great. Keep that knee hovering. We're going to extend the leg out towards the horizon this time. Again, keeping the weight through that back knee and off the hands. Good. Keep the hips nice and square. T-zone is tight. Are your glutes on fire? I hope they are. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Squeezing the glutes. Keep the weight through that back knee. Keep lifting the upper spine. Keep the chin tucked in. Good. You got 4. Keep scooping the belly. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Extend this next one up. We're going to lower and lift. Keep that leg nice and long. Keep the ribs to hips. You should not be feeling this through your lower back, only glutes. Keep the hips nice and square. Keep the weight back through that back knee. Exhale to lift, only as high as you can without the back arching. Good. Are your glutes on fire? You got 5. You got 4. Make sure you're not dumping through those hands. 3, 2, and 1. If you need a rest, take it. But we have one more exercise. We're going to lengthen that leg, turn the foot out, flex the foot back. Now we're going to sweep the leg forward and then bring it back. Only a little movement. Good. Exhale and inhale. Keep lifting the spine. Make sure you're not twisting through your hips. If it's too much, please go back to your last exercise. No problems. Otherwise, you got 5. You can make it harder by sweeping a little further, but just make sure your hips aren't rocking. You're keeping all the form. You're not arching through your back. 3. You got 2. You got 1. And well done. Shake it out. Were you feeling those glutes? Oh yeah. Let's come down into a quick prayer stretch. Lengthening the arms and sinking the hips back onto, sinking the glutes back onto your hips. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, let it go. One more. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good. Rolling it up. All right, we have to do that all on the other side. So we got your clams on your elbows. Elbow under shoulders. Shoulders pulling back and down. Squeeze those heels together. Stack the hips. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale to open. Inhale to lower. Really firing up these outer glutes. Good. Remember, you can go higher, but only as far as you can keep the hips stacked and keep that neutral spine. You don't want to go so far back that your hips are rocking and you're arching through your lower back. Good. Remember, a nice neutral spine. Your bottom should be sticking out slightly. You don't want to be tucking under. Good. Remember, you always have the option to lay all the way down also. Good. Exhale to open. Inhale to control back down. Shoulders pulling back and down. Chin tucked in. Good. You got 3. You got 2. You got 1. Well done. Bringing those legs up into 90 degrees, keeping that neutral spine. Exhale to open. Inhale to lower. Exhale to open. Inhale to lower. Exhale to open. Inhale to lower. Shoulders pulling back and down. Good. We're not here for long. Excellent. Keep that T-zone scooped. 5. We got 4. Are you feeling those glutes? 3, 2, and 1. And lower. Well done. Laying all the way down. Bringing those legs back and into a 45 degree, just in front of you slightly. Remember to keep the hips stacked, gap between the waist and the floor. You're going to point those toes and turn that top leg up slightly. Inhale, T-zone, and lift the leg. Exhale, flex the foot back and control it back down. Good. Keep that going. Good. Yes, it's an inhale to lift. Exhale to control back down. Really firing up these outer glutes. Remember, you have the option to bend that bottom knee for more stability. And you also have the option to bring that leg further back to help fire up these glutes and take any tension off through the front of the leg. Good. Otherwise, you're coming with me. Good. Really firing up these outer glutes. Are you feeling it? Just here. You don't want to be feeling it too much through the front of the leg. If you are, you want to come back and do some simpler exercises like clams or the adjustments we talked about just before. All right, let's flex those feet back. Inhale, T-zone. We're going to lift that leg and sweep the leg forward twice. And then Exhale to sweep it back. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, nothing should move through here. Hips are stacked, spine is in neutral and not moving. Good. Keep that leg hip height. Good. Shoulders back and down, chin tucked in. The core has to work super hard to stabilize everything. Remember, if your hips are rocking or your spine is arching, you got to really work your core. If you're still rocking all over the place, it's too hard. Come back to a simpler exercise and we can build you up. Good. You got 3. Are your glutes working? 2. Shoulders back and down. And 1. Lower the leg. Tap it out. Well done. All right. Coming on over to your all 4 position. Hands under shoulders, knees under your hips. Working that same glute, but now both glutes are still working and the other one is fatigued. So this is a harder side. All right. Inhale, T-zone. Flex that foot back, squeeze your glute. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale to lower. Good. Keeping the weight back through that back knee. Good. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Keep the hips square. Good. Breathing. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Good. Are you feeling the glutes? Keeping the weight back through that back knee. Good. You got 5. Keep the T-zone lifted. You got 3. You got 2. Let's go. 1. Hold the next one up. We got pulses. Remember, ribs to hips and only go as high as you can without the back arching. Keep the hips nice and square. Keep the weight off the hands and into that stabilizing knee. So you're really working that stabilizing glute. Beautiful. Now you can breathe out as you pulse up. Inhale as you release. Or if you're going faster, it's inhale for a few pulses and exhale for a few pulses. Keeping the head lifted, the spine lifted so you're not sagging. And keep breathing. 3. Good. You got 2. And 1. Slowly lower. And then we're going into your horse kicks. Good. Remember, ribs to hips. You don't want to be arching through your back. Good. Tummy is tight. Keeping the weight off the hands. Keeping the hips nice and square. Keeping the T-zone scooped. Good. You're doing amazing. We are nearly near the end of your workout. Good. Squeezing those glutes. Keep the weight back through the knees. Don't cheat. Work the right muscles. We're here to build a strong body with perfect posture. So really focus on working the body in perfect posture when you're training. All right, hold this next one up. We have pulses. Keep those hips square. Keep the rib to hip connection. Keep lifting the spine so you're not sagging. Keep the weight back through that back knee. Good. Make sure it's all glutes and core and definitely no lower back. Good. Exhale to lift. Inhale to control back down. Good. Have you got 10 to go? 10 more in you. Good. Keep the weight back through the knee. Hips are square. Shoulders are pulling back and down. Good. You got 5. You got 4. Control the movement. You got 3. You got 2. You got 1. And lower. If you need the rest, please take it. We've got one more exercise in this position. Leg stays extended. Turn the foot out and flex it. Little sweep forward, little sweep back. Keep the hips square. Keep the T-zone tight. You do not want to be rounding through your back or rocking through the hips. We want the core and glutes to be working, not your back. Good. If this is too hard, please go back to your horse pulses. Otherwise, we got 5. Good. 4. Keep the core tight. Really scoot the T-zone. 3. You should be core and glutes. 2. And 1. Well done. We are not finished yet. So close though. Let's come down into one little press stretch. And then you have one exercise to go. Inhale and exhale, let it go. One more. Beautiful. All right, coming up into a plank position. I'm going to start with your knee plank. This is always the option, easier option if you decide to take it. Otherwise, we're going to lift up into your high plank. Remember, a nice long neutral spine from the crown of your head to your hips, or a nice straight line from the crown of your head to your feet if you're on your feet. Now from here, we are going to lift one leg, squeezing your glute to lift the leg. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Keep the rib to hip connection. Make sure you're not arching through your lower back. Good. Squeeze your glutes, lift and lower. Good. Keep scooping the T-zone. Good. Keep the rib to hip connection. Keep the shoulders pulling back and down. Keep the head lifting. If you're sagging or your butt is sticking up in the air, it probably is too hard for you. Have a rest. Come back to an easier exercise. Otherwise, stay with me. You got 5. You got 4. You got 3. You got 2. You got 1. And lower those knees. Send your hips back to a prayer stretch. Guys, that's your workout done. Well done. We're just going to do a few deserved stretches. So back to your quadruped position. Inhale T-zone. Exhale, you're going to round the back up to do your cat-cow. Inhale to lower slightly. Eyes go to the front of the mat. Just don't dump through your lower back. Exhale to round. Shoulders pulling back and down. Inhale, eyes to the front of the mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Well done. Last stretch today is your glute stretch. So we're going to cross that leg over across the mat. Trying to get your shin across the mat as much as possible. Trying to get this hip to the ground. As you can see, I'm quite tight. You can put a cushion to support your hips, or if you don't like this exercise at all, you can lay on your back and do the exercise, the glute stretch we started off with. Otherwise, nice neutral spine, and we should be feeling a nice stretch through your glutes. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, let it go. If you like to come a little further, a little deeper, you can come down onto the elbows or even rest the head onto the hands. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, see if you can relax into the stretch a little more. Now, if you like to stay in this position a little longer today, you're more than welcome. We do carry a lot of tension and stress in our hips, so please feel free to take as long as you need. Otherwise, if you're coming with me, we're going to swap it over other side. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, see if you can relax into the stretch a little more. If you want to come down to your elbows with me, or even rest the head onto the hands, please feel free. Inhale, T-zone. Exhale, let it go. Otherwise, if you're ready, come on up. Well done today. Well-deserved little clap. Hope you're feeling super proud, super strong. I hope you loved today's ab and glute Pilates workout. I definitely did. I'm sweating up a storm here on the Greek islands. It's super hot. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's workout, and I'll see you next time. See you guys.